The following is a Papi Chulo Radio original program. The views and opinions expressed in the commentaries and/or interviews in the following program are solely those of the individuals and are not views of Papi Chulo Radio, its parent, affiliate, or subsidiary companies.
Welcome to Are You Afraid Freak Show, the unofficial American Horror Story Freak Show internet radio show exclusively on Papi Chulo Radio. Today is Monday, January 12th, 2015, and I'm your host, Papi Chulo. Here on Are You Afraid Freak Show, we're going to recap, review, and dissect the latest episode of the Hit FX series. We're also going to deliver directly to the biggest news regarding American Horror Story Freak Show. So Happy New Year, everyone. We're back and better than ever. We survived the winter hiatus, and allow me to introduce you and welcome you once again to Papi Chulo's Cabinet of Curiosities of Freaks and Geeks. First up, he will no longer be invited to Tupperware parties because he can no longer get handsy. It's Deadlee.
Yay, Happy New Year. Missed you guys.
Happy New Year too. And last but not least, he's made out of wood, but he ain't no dummy. Watch your back because he might make you kill your wife and her girlfriend because nobody comes between him and his boo. It's Johnathan Perkins.
Marjorie, are you there? I guess we need to hunt down Marjorie now. She disappeared.
Johnathan Perkins.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. I hope you guys had a good one because I did.
Thank you, Marjorie.
It was relaxing this year.
Were you up watching stuff?
Oh. Yes, I was. Actually, I had this really fabulous motorcycle jacket that I brought in September just to wear out on New Year's Eve. And I had my whole outfit picked out and a scarf, and I stayed home. But it was a relaxing night. I didn't know if I wanted to go out or stay home, and I stayed, and it was really relaxing. So it was a good night.
Sounds good.
And I watched Taylor Swift ass in that damn bra in 15-degree weather. But she did her thing.
Her cold reading ass.
Yes, her cold reading ass.
That's good. So unfortunately, Cat Meow is not with us tonight, and neither is anti-BBW man Prince Rico Suave.
You mean anti?
That's what I said.
Oh, oops.
We miss you guys. I know you're listening.
We miss you. Even Johnathan Perkins with his BBW self.
Oh, I wasn't throwing shade at Prince. I love Prince. I like that
all 13
chocolate
inches.
Bar. Yes. Is it really 13 inches though?
I don't know. You saw the pictures.
Well, they just looked like they was pictures taken off a Tumblr.
Oh. We'll have to get to those allegations at another day. But let's jump into the show.
Okay.
And we're going to go into the big top, and we're going to shine a spotlight on our MVP of the week, the most valuable player. So who's the character that impressed you the most and why? And we're going to start off with, because he's never prepared for this, Johnathan Perkins.
Oh, God. You are horrible for doing that. Okay. I'm actually prepared, and even though she wasn't even
Started
in the
off the
episode
new year right.
Yes, but she wasn't even in the episode that long or too much. But I'm gonna say Desiree is the MVP because
Deadlee's not happy.
When she got there, she confronted Adele about what happened with Ma Petite and all that, and I guess hopefully it's all coming together after what Maggie showed her and everything, and hopefully she's gonna. I hope she's like the. It seems like she's gonna be the backbone of everything as the series comes or the season comes to an end.
She's a warm reading ass.
She was my MVP, even though she was. How long was her screen time?
30 seconds.
Oh, wow.
No, I don't know.
Oh, child. All right. But yeah, she was my MVP.
Deadlee, who's your MVP? I have a feeling that I know who it is.
Yes.
Well, only for the second time this year, it's not my Jessica Lange. This time it is Marjorie. Yeah, Marjorie just.
Why?
I've been waiting for her to come on this whole season. I said, where is she? Because, I think she didn't do the second season. I don't think she was in
she was not in the asylum.
No, she was not in the asylum. But, she was one of my favorites last year and the first year. And I knew she was going to be in this one. I didn't know how they were going to fit her in. And to my surprise, she was the doll Marjorie. It was just excellent. I didn't see it coming because I heard her voice at first. I was like, oh, she's just doing the voice for it, like whatever. But then when you see she's actually comes to life, and it was incredible. And then when she's over there on top of his wife and her lesbian lover, and
she was rocking that motorcycle jacket and the scarf. On New Year's Eve.
Oh my God, she was just badass. I can't wait for next week to see more of Marjorie.
Oh, sucky.
I know. Next week she rocks the motorcycle jacket, Johnathan Perkins. Maybe you might like her next week.
I hope so, because I never knew how good a motorcycle jacket could be until you actually put one on. I put that shit on in September, and it was like, bam. I was like, I'm wearing this shit for New Year's Eve. Didn't even get to show the shit off. But I got to show it off at work. I see a lot of people at work, so I got to show it off there. It was great.
That's what Instagram's for.
Oh, yeah, I have a picture of it on Instagram, too.
Okay.
I have a picture of it on Facebook. I got over 100 likes on that one. It was crazy.
But I think not one from Deadlee.
Think about it.
I'll go back and like it, and I'll check it out.
Sounds good. My MVP.
You didn't like it, Deadlee? What?
I will like it. Who's your MVP, Papi? I want to know.
My MVP for the week.
Shade.
Chester.
Oh, okay.
I just found him fascinating. I think he's a great addition to the show. I don't know where it's going to go because there's only like 2 episodes left. But I am excited by the idea of NPH on the show, Neil Patrick Harris. I think I knew he was going to fit well with the characters, and I think hopefully next season they'll bring him on from the beginning, and I think he'll make for a really good maybe season long, whether they'll have him on as a villain or as just another weirdo. I mean, it was great to see him be a weirdo.
Yeah, I agree with you. He was really good. He surprised me. I'd never really seen him, that side of him.
Yeah.
I liked his ass.
Did you see that at the Red Lobster?
He did have a nice
I did not.
booty.
He did. I was looking at that shit like, is he married in real life? Let me go try to scoop him up right. Oh, he's
married
with children.
With children, yes.
Oh,
bam.
Oh, okay. Let me fall back because I don't want no bullshit.
Yes. So let's jump into the episode, and we're going to get into our recap of episode 411, which was titled "Magical Thinking," and aired on January 7th, 2015. While Johnathan Perkins is having an orgasm, let's get into the official synopsis of the episode. Elsa prepares for her move to Hollywood, the twins grow enamored with a traveling salesman, and Dell plots Jimmy's escape from police custody. So since it's just the 3 of us, I'm just going to dive right into the episode. And we're going to start off in the past, 2 days ago, to be exact. Stanley offered a proposal to Jimmy, and basically he's like, I know how to get you a really good attorney because there are people that are willing to pay for freak show memorabilia. And he's like, I don't got anything. And he's like, well, you got your hands, so all we got to do is chop one of them off, send it to that person, they'll give us some money, and we'll get you the best attorney in town. And he's like, I remember Meep. And you know what happened to him in jail. And so Stanley offers Jimmy a bottle to drink, and he's like, I'll take care of the rest. Moments later, Jimmy's vomiting. The guard comes. He's like, we need to get him to the hospital. He gets whisked away into an ambulance driven by a hooker. And once Jimmy wakes up from the sleeping gas to see a nurse who's pissed off at him because she's like, my BFF was at the Tupperware party. He's like, can I get something for the pain? She's like, no. And to his horror, Jimmy discovers that both his hands have been removed. Dun, dun, dun. So the twins, they've settled into their life at the freak show. They've even dyed their hair back. Dot is happy, and so they're like, you know what, we need to lose our virginity. Which is exactly what Johnathan Perkins is going to do. He's going to go to a freak show to lose his virginity. Right, Johnathan?
Oh, yeah. I'm speechless.
I knew it. And so, they tried to do something with Toulouse, and, they burn their diaries because they don't need any more secrets, and then they encounter this Normandy veteran and salesman. His name is Chester Krebs. He's in the main tent, and he's heard of the show's reputation, and he has come to see it, and he's also an amateur magician. And the girls agree that he may be the one for them. He mentions that he has a plate in his head from a war injury. And then we've got Del. He goes to visit Jimmy and finds him with both his missing hands, and Del basically told Jimmy not to trust him, but Jimmy says that he wasn't duped despite all the evidence. And Jimmy basically asks Del for help eating his dinner, which is one of Deadlee's favorite scenes. And then Del talks about prosthetic hands, and Jimmy wonders if Elsa will sell him the show, and Del offers to go in with him on it. And Jimmy asks Del, about asks why Del doesn't have the lobster claws, and Del basically says that he was the black sheep of the family, a freak for being normal, and that he ran the first time he saw Jimmy. So Chester, back at the freak show, demonstrates his act for Elsa, but she's like, no thank you. And basically he puts away his rings and brings out Marjorie, his ventriloquist dummy, and Elsa's charmed, but insists that there's no openings, and he wants to continue his sales. After presenting some, basically his sales figures, Elsa is like, wow, he's a whiz at math, and so she offers him a place warming up the crowd in exchange for his math skills, and he is overjoyed for a place to call his home. And before we pause, basically he's talking to Marjorie in the main tent as he gets ready, and she's indignant at not being billed in the act. And Paul walks in, unsure how to interpret Chester's actions. After he leaves, Marjorie giggles. So since you're Marjorie's new BFF, Deadlee, what did you think of all that's going on with Jimmy, with Del, and with Chester and the twins, Marjorie and Elsa?
Well, like I said, I've been waiting for Marjorie to come on, and didn't disappoint. Really dug it. I think someone last episode mentioned, they shouldn't be bringing on characters this late, and I was kind of agreeing, because even some screenplays that I've read and written, I've read stuff on how to write the screenplay 101 and all this, and they say,
did you get an A?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
I took
good.
some class at UCLA, but
Bam.
Yeah, but they, you're not supposed to be introducing characters that late. Especially in like movies, you need to introduce them in the first act, and this, we're almost in the third act pretty much of this, but somehow it worked. And American Horror Story, they go against the rules anyway, man. I don't think there's any rules on this show, so but it worked, because like you said earlier, I thought what's his name, Neil Patrick Harris, NPH, is that what you're calling him? Mr. Chester the molester, he was really good. I mean, just his connection with Elsa was great. I loved how they fed off each other, and I felt kind of sad for him. His character is just, kind of pathetic. It was just kind of sad. And when you see the backstory with his wife, and he's sitting in his uniform for 4 years, and so digging that. The Jimmy and Dale story, just I think the father son bond, the whole that story, I'm kind of sad it's not going to continue, but I think that was good. I liked where they went with that. Jimmy was just really good in that role last night. I think he's been one of the surprises this season. And Dot and
Especially after
Bet,
just being the butler last year.
exactly. And now Dot and Bet, loving them again because I did not like when they were enemies. I'm liking them when they're together. It just seems like more power and it kind of freaked me out a little bit with the little man with the little hands touching them, but that was creepy.
I was like, oh my god! I was like, they're trying to see if the midget could get it. Oh
But I
my
do want
goodness.
a gecko. I want a gecko. Is that what you call them? I want one of those.
Chameleon.
I want one.
Oh.
Maybe if you give him one, Johnathan Perkins, he might let you cook him dinner.
Yes.
What kind of dinner would you like if I was to give you a chameleon?
Jalapeno cheddar bread.
I thought that was for you, Papi. Now, I was trying to bribe your ass. That's what I was trying to do.
I'm cool with meatloaf, just like Pepper. I'm cool with meatloaf.
Oh, wow, you love my meatloaf. Oh, oh my gosh. You'll love it. And I pair it up with mashed potatoes and
Oh, I
all
was
that.
hoping it was mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I pair it up, and I always have to have a vegetable with it, a green vegetable, whether it be spinach, broccoli. It has to be something. Kale greens, collard greens, mustard greens, or whatever. It has to be something green.
Sounds good. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Perkins, what did you think of the salesman, the ventriloquist dummy, the conjoined twins, the lobster boy, the strong man, and Elsa?
I was happy for that Dell and Jimmy were bonding once again.
Is that the kind of bonding you want to do with Jimmy?
No, because that's a whole different relationship. That's a father-son type of thing, and it's lovely to see that between them. Let's see, Chester. I'm glad at his introduction into the show. What was his name when he played a doctor? Was it
Doogie Howser?
Yes, I said yes. Doogie Howser is on the show, but anyhow, I think I was just waiting for them to see when his crazy would show up and what they would think of it, but it just seemed like they all were brushing it off, like, hey, this bitch is walking around with this doll and talking to it and having arguments with it, and it seems like they're brushing it off. So I'm kind of weirded out by that.
Do you have dolls in your bedroom, Johnathan Perkins?
No, I do not. I don't. The only thing
It sounded like you had to look around.
Yes, I did. I'm trying to see. No, I do not have anything. The only thing I have is my PlayStation Vita, my Xbox 360. Well, the Xbox is downstairs because I just got a new flat screen, 55-inch, and
we know you love some big inches.
Yes. So it was great. But anyhow, back to the show. Is there anything I have to say about Elsa?
Well, did you like her?
I liked her, but Elsa, she didn't seem like she was impressed by him at all. Except
like
for the fact
Shania Twain, that don't impress me much.
She has a song that's called that?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know. Look, I only know a couple of her songs. She didn't seem impressed by, but her too. It just seemed like when he was making demands and all that shit and talking about Marjorie has to be part of this and all that, whatever. It just seemed like she was brushing off the crazy. Like, you're letting. I mean, she loves her freaks, so she gives people a chance. So maybe she's like, maybe he is a freak and maybe he needs to stay. for a little bit. I like the fact that he's a bookkeeper because that reminds me of myself because I am a bookkeeper. So,
and you love getting hands stuffed into you.
What? Where did you hear that? Where did you get that from? I don't.
Instagram.
I've never. Instagram. What? Let me go on Instagram right now. I'm gonna look at those pictures I posted, see what I posted. I don't remember saying nothing like that. But anywho, what do you call it? It seems to me that he has a split personality. His character reminds me of this character from this video game that I play. The Fable series. It's Fable 2, and it's a fantasy fairy tale storytelling video game.
Fantasies.
And yes, and there's a chest in there that's a sociopathic chest, like treasure chest, and it likes to kill people, and it's homicidal and all that stuff. And he says, "Hello, my name is Chesty, and we're gonna be best friends." And you know, his character reminded me of that a little bit because as the show progressed on, we did get to see a lot of crazy from him. The twins, I'm happy that their relationship is they decided to be as one and stay together. Like, oh gosh, are we gonna get to the part about the sawing the people in half magic trick?
Yes, we're gonna get to that in
just
a minute.
I'll save that for later.
When two becomes one.
I'm glad. Yes, I'm glad that their sisterly bond is back, and they decided to, if they're gonna stay together, they're gonna work through this, and they're gonna do what they need to do together. I was happy to see that.
Yes, sisters are doing it for themselves.
Yes. There's a song for that too?
Yes, there's a song for everything, apparently. Deadlee's on karaoke duty tonight.
Oh.
Okay, so I thought Chester was fascinating because he's all types of nutsy cuckoo, and Marjorie was just icing on the cake. Not only does it look exactly like the actress, but then when it turned into the actress and she was like all homicidal crazy, I mean, it was fantastic.
Yes.
And Dell and Jimmy, poor Jimmy was duped, and he's trying not to admit it, at least not yet, and it was nice to see their bonding, but that still didn't turn me away from not liking Dell. The twins.
Oh, yeah.
I'm liking the twins, and I'm glad, as Johnathan Perkins says, that they're working together. I was a little creeped out that they were trying to have sex with Toulouse, but when you're horny, I guess you're horny. I'm surprised she didn't go over to, as Cat's Meow would say, Mr. Tiny Hands, but I guess he's busy with the Serpent Girl, so it's not like he ain't got time for them. But yeah, so that was interesting. Although it would have been nice if Jimmy was the one, because they sort of had a crush on him in the beginning, but it just, the story was not going in that direction. So let's dive back in.
But you know what? Do you know what I liked about the twins? I forgot to mention this. Is about them saying that the freaks are happy because they don't deny themselves pleasure. I really like that a lot because I struggle with that, a lot.
You're with your pleasure?
Yeah, trying to get what I want and my morals and stuff like that. So it's very hard for me. So to hear them say that in the show, I really like that a lot because I do envy those types of people. Aww. I really do.
Is that why your nipples hurt?
I was trying to be seductive.
Ew.
And that's all.
We'll leave that just there. Deadlee, take that away from the room.
Yes, I am.
Yes. Okay, so we've got Amazon Eve and little Susie, who is just adorable when she's not getting kicked, and even when she is getting kicked. And we're seeing them help Elsa pack, and basically Del is looking for Stanley, and he basically blabs everything, and Elsa demands that get him out, and all that stuff. And Eve follows Del out, wanting to help. And so we've got Chester. He's wanting to thank the twins for basically vouching for him, and he brings them a music box, and it features twin ballerinas. Aww. If someone brought you a music box with twin ballerinas, would you give them your cherry, Johnathan Perkins?
I would treat them to
Red Lobster
dinner. Well, I mean, we could go to Red Lobster,
Chipotle.
But that's usually just. Oh no, not Chipotle. They're stingy with their meat. Hell no. But
and we all know that you love some meat.
Yes, we will go to the buffet, the Chinese buffet Union on Newtown Road in Danbury, Connecticut, and call it a day. But if we want to get really wild and crazy, we could do dinner at one of my most favorite spots in the whole entire world.
The Olive Garden.
Oh, I love the Olive Garden. All you can eat.
My kitchen.
Oh, I've never been there, but I heard it's got bad reviews on Yelp.
That was just me.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So basically, Chester tells him about some props that he found in the storage, and there's a sawing box magic trick, and they're like, why are you explaining all this? Is because, he wants them to be his assistants. They will distract with their beauty and all this stuff. And so then, the crowd thinks the trick is fantastic, and Chester and the twins take their bows. And so we have Eve and they have Del, and they attack Jimmy's jail transport, and Del beats in the guard's skull, as he always does, and they remove Jimmy from the van. Chester and Marjorie, they're having an argument, but, that's interrupted by the twins' seduction techniques. I guess their nipples are hurt and stuff, much like Johnathan Perkins, and they want him to deflower them. But basically, he says he's got a massive headache, and they massage his neck. And once again, he gets lost in his memories. And basically, in his memories, we see that he's watching two women engage in sex, and they object to Marjorie on his lap. As he usually has her on his lap, and so he leaves, and we learn that the two women, one of them is his wife Lucy, and the other one is her girlfriend Alice, who they started a relationship while he was away at war. So back in the present,
Scandalous.
I know, right? Back in the present, he returns the twins' affections, and but the only way that this can happen is if they consent to Marjorie watching. Yeah. So over at the Mott Manor, Dandy's getting a report from a private investigator that the twins basically are infatuated with Chester, and Dandy's upset, basically saying they're supposed to be mine. And so
Dandy punk ass.
Yes. And so we have Chester, and basically, trying to pack Marjorie, but she objects, and he remembers that when Alice's girlfriend hid Marjorie away, she, basically, all these insults about wearing the uniform 4 years after war's ended, and, needing a doll involved to become erect, and Marjorie appears in human form in his memory, and Marjorie told him that he should get rid of the girlfriend and his wife. So basically, Chester is confronted with the new truth that Paul tells him that Elsa is to sell the show to Chester, and all this news comes out about that, and during his negotiations, Chester says that Marjorie is to be the headliner, and he returns to his tent to find that Marjorie has disappeared. So the police arrive to the show, and they're searching for Jimmy, and Chester, basically asks the detective to find Marjorie, and Chester finds Dandy, who basically, exploits Chester's delusion, saying to find Marjorie, about Marjorie and all this stuff, and Dandy says that he knows all along about Chester and his history, and Chester says that Marjorie killed Chester's wife Lucy and Alice, and, when he finds her, Marjorie tells Chester that he's going to saw the twins in half and kill anyone that keeps them apart. So, before I pause, because we're basically at the end, Maggie arrives and tells Elsa that there's something she must see, And Deadlee, what do they see?
What do they see?
What do they see?
They see Dell. Is that what you're talking about? Am I lost?
No, remember Maggie tells Elsa that there's something she must see?
Wait, Maggie, okay.
Wait. I know what she saw.
Tell us.
Do you want me to say it?
Say it.
They saw Ma Petite in that jar.
Oh, that's what we're...
How could you forget about our little Ma Petite, Deadlee?
I did. That came by real quick. I'm sorry, the homies were over, and I stepped up to get a margarita.
Emotional.
I know.
Yeah.
You always get emotional with the homies, right, Johnathan Perkins? Yeah.
Well, I like it when, I just love it when he says the homies are over. I just get excited.
Yes. And so Dell returns to his caravan to find Desiree Dupree waiting with a gun. She wants to know who killed the cops and who helped him. She thinks Dell has gone too far, while Maggie leads, leads Elsa to discover Ma Petite's fate. He tearfully admits to having smothered her. Once he admits that, what happens, Deadlee?
Well, my girl Elsa took care of it with one shot to the head.
Bam.
Bam.
So, yeah.
That caught me off guard.
So let's get everyone's reaction to all these revelations. First up, Chester and Marjorie and his past. Dandy being not a cold reading ass, but a snooping ass. And Jimmy and Dell's great escape. And the twins' deflowering. And the truth about Stanley, Ma Petite, and Dell. And we'll start off with Deadlee.
I loved Amazon Eve, stepping up like that because, first off, she knew some shit about Dell. Dell was trying to get her, and but she still, when push came to shove, and Jimmy was in trouble, she stepped up, and I loved too when she just kind of stepped in front of that car and shot him. Like, she's badass, and yeah. And then, just pulling them out like that. But, sooner, I guess, those cops, we knew the cops are going to be coming back if, the way they
bashed in.
Yeah, 2 cops. Oh, but, I did like, too, with the whole little, I think, backtrack. I forgot that before with Jimmy, the ambulance driver was Stanley's little hooker boy.
Yes.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, that was funny. But the sign box, that kind of got me. So we know that's just like a setup for later. We know something. I just know something terrible is going to happen in that sign box.
Who's going to get chopped in half?
Yeah, it's hard for me to tell. First, I thought
Marjorie.
it was going to... I thought it was going to be Bet and Dot, but they're just the assistants. So I don't... Who's going in there? I don't know who's going to be going in there. Because...
he already did that. One of the audience people in the show. I don't know who she is.
Yeah, but
he did the trick already in front of the audience, so I guess he with that whole thing with Marjorie talking to him, I guess the next ones would be the twins. But he took their virginity. Look, her bitch ass might be jealous.
Yeah, that deflowering scene, at first I was like, oh, this is going to be nasty. But it was kind of well done. It was really cool seeing Bet and Dot's face. It seemed like at one moment, one was enjoying it and the other one was hating it. And then it would go back and forth.
Well, one felt the hymen or whatever, break. You get two, because you ever ask someone how she loses her virginity? And basically, they were getting the reaction as if one person was losing their virginity, but they're showing it in 2 different aspects because they're conjoined twins. So one chick felt one way, another one felt another way. Because some people claim it hurts when a guy first puts it in. I don't know. I'm just making.
I've never deflowered anyone, so I don't know.
Johnathan Perkins knows all about the hymen.
Well, I as I said before, I'm very interested in other people's sexual proclivities, and I just, I ask questions, and that's it,
And speaking of that,
Yeah.
the Chester Marjorie scenes, when he's watching the lesbian and his wife, that kind of tripped me out, just because he was just there so stoic, almost, being a good soldier, just sitting there watching, like, whatever your wife wants, it's just gonna, go ahead and handle it. And that was just creepy to watch. Oh wait, let's go back to the ballerina in the music box.
Mm-hmm.
I bought my mom a ballerina music box one time because that was her dream, to become a ballerina. So there you go.
Were they
You're
twins?
so sweet.
They weren't twins, just one little ballerina.
Did you go to Red Lobster afterwards? Or Chipotle?
I've never done Red Lobster. Probably Chipotle, because Chipotle was originated in Denver. Let me tell you this, Johnathan. And back at the original Chipotles in Denver, they put a lot of meat, a lot of everything in there.
They give you all the meat that you want, Johnathan Perkins.
They did. And so what was weird is when they started like franchising out to California, I went to one out here and they were really cheap with their meat. And then I called the manager and over and I said, do you know, like, I am Mr. Chipotle. I've been to the original in Denver, and this is not how it's done. So anyway, he said, well, how is it done? And I just made him put all kinds of meat in there. And that's what you got to do, Johnathan. Just man up. Tell me you want more meat.
Tell him that you need more meat
crazy.
to fill you.
Well, I mean, time I went, it was a decent amount of meat. The second time, it wasn't. And I worked there, and the manager apparently told them, don't put that much meat, whatever. So they were stingy with the damn rice, too. Now, rice is like water, damn it.
That's
you
right.
could get all kinds of shit. Yeah. But,
okay, let me go. I'm sorry to interrupt you, because now I just remembered. I wrote notes. Dandy. I've been hating Dandy all year, but I kind of was digging his scene with Chester, the way he was playing him, because it's like, oh my God, like, I thought he was just kind of playing him, but then did he really actually know that Marjorie was sitting in the big tent? Did you understand that, Papi?
No.
That kind of threw me off, because at first I thought he was kind of playing on his whole emotions. He knew a little bit about him, but it's like the whole, how would he really know that Marjorie was there? Maybe he was just like, just took a wild guess.
What if Marjorie really is alive?
Oh, like maybe it's just a doll in his head, and Marjorie's a real person?
No, what if Marjorie is like, what if they added like a supernatural twist and Marjorie was actually alive? That would be probably a little too much. But that would be funny.
It would be funny, but isn't this kind of a takeoff too? Did you guys ever see Magic years ago?
Oh, Magic is fun when you're dead.
Yeah. Isn't it got a similar kind of thing?
Yeah, it is kind of like, maybe that's what it's from,
Yeah.
Magic is fun when you're dead.
And of course, then you can also do the Chuckies and stuff, whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Johnathan
Perkins, do you agree that magic is fun when you're dead?
Well, magic is fun when you're dead, because you can run the risk of, you can attempt a resurrection spell. You might be able to come back.
Like on Buffy.
Buffy.
We got a Buffy name drop. Yes.
Buffy, Charmed, Supernatural. I like Supernatural. Some of their dead characters came back. I never watched that show.
Yes. The final season was the witch season.
Oh, I didn't know they went supernatural on that one. That's probably where they got the idea for Charmed from. Because Aaron Spelling was a creator and associate producer of that show as well, right?
Yes, and the head lover.
What?
Deadlee, continue on with your opinions.
Let me see what else I got. Okay, I talked about the music box, the whole the flowering. I guess just towards the end here, we got to talk about Elsa.
And hello, Johnathan Perkins MVP, Desiree Dupree.
Yeah, and Desiree Dupree. I don't. Okay, she was there in the dark.
No shade, no shade.
Well, it's cool. I mean, she's a Miss Know-It-All now, because she did go up and she saw for herself.
You wouldn't take her to Red Lobster?
like I said, I've never been to Red Lobster. So
That's shocking to me.
Yeah, I'm not a fish person.
Papi, have you ever been to Red Lobster?
I love Red Lobster, although I don't have the fish. I enjoy shrimp, lobster, crab.
So okay, anyway,
I mean,
it shocked me. It shocked me though that Dale got shot. I didn't even see it coming. What else was I shocked this year? There was another time. I
saw it coming.
Nah, that just really threw me. I think there was another time this year that I didn't see it coming.
Mama Gloria.
Yeah, that was the other one. Yeah, there's just a few times where it's just what the heck, and
Kathy Bates.
Yeah, so both of them just getting, the way they're leaving us, because I really felt like Dell was gonna like end up eventually going after Stanley. You know what I didn't like either is like we never. My only problem with this season 2 was they kind of dropped shit. Like, all right, I thought the clown was gonna come back. It wasn't my favorite, but let's. What happened to the clown? Also, the whole situation with Dell's little trick that ended up getting killed. I thought he was gonna get a little more pissed off about that and maybe eventually go and deal with Stanley over there. But now that scene's all just dropped, and then I see like previews for next week with the damn Axeman coming back or something. I don't. It's like just man, I don't know.
What?
Yeah, they're just doing a little too much, and I just wish they would have just, I don't know, just the writing could have been better this year.
Well, you know what it is? I think it's because of the Axeman is not one of your favorite characters, and as we discussed before, this is all one universe. So, as I said before, I like it when it's one universe because you always want to see that one character. How it would be if this character was in this story. Like, what character would you like to see come back if you could have any character?
Marjorie.
Who?
Gabby Sidibe.
Gabby Sidibe.
Regina.
Oh, I would like to see, whose character did I like the most out of Coven? I would like to see Jessica Lange. I would like to see, what was her name in Coven?
Madeline.
Madeline? That was her name?
No, Madeline would be cool if she came back though. Madeline Stowe. What's that her name?
Who was Jessica Lange?
Stowe.
What's Madeline Stowe? What was her name?
That's a real actress.
That's an actress.
Then who was Jessica Lange? What was her name again?
Fiona.
I would love to see Fiona make an appearance in this season. It would be nice, But, you can't have it, But anyhow, go ahead.
Exactly. I think it's your turn now, Johnathan Perkins.
Yeah, I think I've pretty much covered everything.
It is?
Yes, give us your opinion on everything. The deflowering, the Marjorie, the killing of Dell, everything.
All I could think of when the twins were losing... The sawing in half. All I could think about when the twins were losing their virginity is
that's what it's going to be like when you do it.
I mean, I don't know. It's it takes time, equipment. Things need to be.
You can get a whole lot of meat at Chipotle, I hear.
No, I did not. They were very stingy, and I haven't been back there in at least, I think it's been a year.
You gotta go to Denver.
Yeah. But anyhow, I wanted to say that when they were losing their virginity, that I was happy that Marjorie wasn't a cock blocker. I was like, at least her ass ain't talking.
Cold cock blocking ass.
Yes. I was happy about that. I was like, at least she ain't stopping them from losing their virginity. So, but it was nice to see the contrast of them losing their virginity together, how one felt pain, one felt pleasure.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I like that, It's not, it's not because I'm like a little freaky or whatever like that, but it was nice. And Neil Patrick, oh my God, he has a nice ass. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Now, is that a cold reading ass or a warm reading ass?
It looked warm and hairy. I had to rewind that shit.
I did not see no hair that looked.
You
smooth.
did it? Look, you better get that flat screen. Now you got a flat screen, Samsung. You better get it.
Mine is
right
64
now.
inches right now. Thank you.
It
4K
is.
HD high def. Yes.
And it's got the curved
Damn.
screen.
Yes, it does, and 3D. Thank you.
Oh my God, Deadlee, 64 inches. Uh, I could just imagine what I could do with something like that. Oh, hook
I'm
that
trying not
Xbox
to.
right up. Ugh. You don't like it 64 inches? Woo!
Not the way you like it.
I like it a lot. Is it thick? Oh my
Oh
God.
Lord.
What did you think about Desiree Dupree?
Desiree Dupree.
Your
Um,
MVP.
I really liked her. I liked that she was getting to the bottom of what happened with Ma Petite and all that. And I was happy that Del was actually being honest with her on what happened. He really felt remorse and all that shit. But I was very surprised that Elsa killed him. Like, that's all I wanted to hear you say. And it's just shot. But to me, you can't just kill when you're dealing with people, murderers. You can't just kill them first. You got to pump them for information first, and then you could do what you need to do. You know, you could, you could set them on fire after. I heard that setting people on fire has psychological damage to them if you set them on fire. That's what I heard. But
What?
it could have a psychological damages on their psyche, on their mind if you burn someone. You ever been burned before, child? But anywho, I liked Desiree and all that stuff. I really did. But I was surprised that I just want to see what's going to happen with her relationship with Elsa now that Elsa has killed her man. I mean,
They weren't together anymore.
they weren't together. She still had love for him.
She's got the Cosby Show man now.
That's right. And where is he?
What?
Not too much. They introduce him, then we don't even see him
right.
anymore.
But about that as well. I was thinking about that. It just seemed like this season seems just thrown together in a rush. But after you guys told me that they filmed the episodes as the seasons progress, that explained everything. Is when you're telling a story, you have to tell it right. You have to tell it right. And
Baby, you can do it. Take the time. Do it right.
Do it right, baby. You can do it. Take the time.
Yeah.
Do it right.
we can do it, baby. Do it tonight. Now, who sang that song? Is that chick that sang that song? Finally.
That's Cece Peniston. That's
Oh,
Cece Peniston.
okay. I like her. She was on Wendy. She performed that song, of course.
And
I
on
like
that note,
I saw her live, front row at Catch One back in the days. Yes, I did.
ow, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, Deadlee.
you need
Why
to
you making me jealous?
You need to take Johnathan Perkins to Catch One.
Oh, Deadlee.
So that he
it would
could
be
catch
nice to. It would be nice to hang with you and the homies. Now, tell me about your homies.
And on that note, join us next time for a brand new installment of Are You Afraid Freak Show. You can download this episode and many more by visiting PapiChuloRadio.com/archives. Registered users will gain access to the Papi Chulo Radio archives of previously aired broadcasts. Please like us on Facebook by going to facebook.com/PCR Are You Afraid. Also like Papi Chulo Radio on Facebook by going to facebook.com/Papi Chulo Radio. You can email us with any questions, suggestions, comments, or concerns at contact@PapiChuloRadio.com. Co-host, can you please wish the listeners a good night?
Good night.
Good night. Yeah.
Head on over to that Chipotle in Denver, people,
Yes.
for
meat.
all the meat that you want.
Yes. The more meat, the better.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Join us every Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific for a brand new installment of Are You Afraid Freak Show, where we talk about American Horror Story and many other things. Good night, everyone.